All right, we're just ready to get underway with the opening bout of the evening here at Undisputed. Keith Ferreira versus Vincent Ramirez. Keith Ferreira in the gray and red trunks. Ramirez in the black with the white on the side. Round number 1 of 3. And we'll see if there are any early butterflies there for both fighters, Scotty. Like you said, that 3.5-year layoff for Keith Ferreira, it's almost as if this is his second pro debut in a sense.
To a degree, I guess both guys want to turn around and try to get off first, set the pace. There's a big right.
Nice right hand by Ramirez, pushes Ferreira back a bit. Ferreira's back in his guard. Both fighters just feeling each other out here in the first 30 seconds. So far, Ramirez aggressive early on.
Yeah, he's coming in with nice combinations. He just went downstairs that leg kick, so he's kind of mixing it up a little bit on him.
Tries to go high with the leg kick there. Ferreira backs off. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the opening round. Wild uppercut by Ferreira, misses.
Exchange there.
A nice counter by Ramirez. Good action so far here.
It is. Ramirez looks a little more relaxed right now. A little more active. Good knees off the clinch. Nice exit. That right hand.
Good exchange, getting back to the center of the canvas. 3:57 to go in round number 1.
Nice knee again in the clinch. Both fighters still trying to find the distance and just work into a nice little rhythm.
So far, Ramirez not looking like an amateur at all in the early goings. Looks very relaxed, Scott.
Again, he looks like he belongs there. So.
Almost connecting with the left hand. Ramirez, the aggressor so far in this fight, taking the action to Keith Ferreira, and Ferreira just trying to counterpunch or get something going.
You see, Ramirez is a southpaw, and what Ferreira's doing here is he's not quite getting outside his lead leg. If he could get a little more outside his lead leg, then Ramirez would have a harder time landing that straight left hand.
Ramirez trying to counter with those knees. He's now got Ferreira pressed against the cage a bit. 2:57 to go in round number 1.
He did a good job of fighting off that takedown.
We'll see if this fight gets to the ground soon. It's been all stand-up so far for the first 2 minutes of round number 1.
Ferreira's got the underhook, and he's looking to maybe spin off that cage. There he goes.
And back to the center of the cage.
Little short left hand in there.
Ramirez exchanging lefts and rights. Ferreira goes down momentarily, but pops right back up.
He's looking for, looks to be a, yes, he let go of the skinny guillotine for the knee, yeah. Very good in the clinch with that. He just looks like he's getting a little tired.
And we're halfway through round number 1. So far, a good round for the pro debut of Vincent Ramirez from Springfield, Mass.
It's a little adrenaline dump, too, in the first couple of minutes. He'll settle down.
Mouthpiece came out, so the referee inserting it. Just under 2 minutes to go here in round number 1. Ferreira versus Ramirez, the opening bout of Undisputed.
So you think the ref washed it off or just on his shirt?
I think he just wiped it off. I didn't see any water come in there. I'd have been a little skeptical of putting that back in, but Ferreira wants to fight.
That's why it's MMA.
And again, both fighters still really feeling each other out here in this first round. That's kind of what we've seen primarily. Though Ramirez has been aggressive, as you see, he just charges at Ferreira.
He's winging his punches, yeah, you're right. It is a charge, he's throwing them, but what he's trying to do is put some together. It's not just one punch. So, front teep off that, trying to find distance.
You know, if he catches him backpedaling, he may have a better chance to land as Ferreira heads back toward the cage. Ferreira has spent most of the round backpedaling, trying to get away from Ramirez's his charges at this point.
To his credit, not in a straight line. He's been coming off at an angle, so it hasn't been very easy to land that straight punch.
Absolutely. 59 seconds, just under a minute to go in round number 1.
Looking for that takedown again, and nice stuff.
Ferreira almost had it. Now we're back against the cage.
There it is. He went for that knee again.
Move by Ferreira. He went for the knee, and Ferreira read it, but both fighters do pop back up. Really the first significant takedown of the fight so far, Scott.
Yes, it was, and Ramirez did pop right back up well off that, but I think that's a little bit of a Keith will now realize, okay, I'm back in it, I know what I'm doing.
Little wake-up call for Ramirez, too.
Yep. Good, that was beautiful. Straight left, right hook.
He's got 26 seconds. Can he get it done here?
If he puts that power on, he needs to keep striking. He needs to stay nice. He pulled that guard, and he might survive this round just by popping guard there.
Mouthpiece is out again.
He gave up his back. I don't know how much time's left.
About 10 seconds. He does have enough time if he can get this hook in there, Scott, if he can get it underneath.
He's working the wrist control, and I think he'll survive this round, but he's going to take some punishment for it.
Well, certainly a big finish to round number 1 in the last minute. We had a great takedown by Kieth Ferreira, and then Ramirez lands a big left, which stunned Ferreira. He got him down and almost finished him there in that first round.
It's a nice straight left, right hook. You know, the southpaw wants to finish with his right hand, where an orthodox fighter wants to finish with his left as often as possible. And you saw the straight left backed him up, but the right cleaned it up and set that mouthpiece up.
You know, and a nice job surviving by Ferreira in that final minute. You really don't think it's much, but that 30 seconds could really be the end. It could be all she wrote if you're not careful, and Ferreira was careful. We're going to check on a replay here. I think this is the closing second. There's the left, right on the chin, and the follow-up right hook, like you said. Got him against the cage, and Ramirez did a nice job just keeping his composure, not getting too out of control there with the time left. He knew he had a lot of time. Credit to Ferreira for keeping his guard up and surviving that final round. But it makes you think going into round number 2 here if Ramirez has a little bit of momentum, and we'll see how this carries over as we head into the second round. Good action there in the closing minute.
For sure, this will be the character builder, you know, where Keith's been there before. How does he come out in the second round after getting flashed for a second?
A pretty close round, really. Kieth had the most significant takedown, although Ramirez landed most of the more solid punches, and clearly toward the end. Probably the round, I would say, goes to Ramirez just for his aggression alone and just taking the fight to him.
He kept coming forward through the combinations. He was the busier fighter. More than anything else, I'd say that he was more active, and he looked like he was more engaging, so I'd have to agree with you there.
And we'll see how the pace carries out here. We're just getting into round number 2 of this debut.
You can see Ramirez on his bounce, on his toes. He feels good. He just, that minute was good for him, where Kieth is still kind of stalking. Nice takedown.
That's great.
Good side
Ramirez
control
with a great takedown. Now he's got this one in control, and now he's got it with 4.5 minutes to go. So a little bit of a different pace he could set here.
He's throwing those knees to the body off the ground, which is great. Not a lot of guys do that. He's got an underhook on the far side. His knees are against his hips, really limiting Kieth's mobility.
Well, Ferreira's got a lot of work to do to get out of this one. An early takedown by Vincent Ramirez here in round number 2. Still 4 minutes to go. A lot of time.
A lot of elbows there.
And those elbows really wear you down over the course of time.
Keith's got a cut in the back of his head. It could be from that takedown. He's trying to get that left knee inside so he can recover half guard or pull. There it is. He's got half now. But he's got him semi-crucifix. Ramirez, he's been trying to pin that arm down and throw the punches over.
Sneak those right hands in. Not a lot of room to maneuver there. And you're right, there is a bad cut, and I think the referee might want to take a look at this at some point. We'll see if he does stop it, but as for now,
it's under his right eye, and then the back of his head's got a little cut on it too. Keith's going to have to, try to use the wall to get up right here.
Ramirez in complete control so far in round number 1, round number 2 rather, a minute and a half in.
Nice job by Keith. Ramirez tried to pass to side control, and Keith pulled him back. Just got to relax and stay busy here. He's not defending himself right now. He's taking his time. He's picking his punches. He's not going to gas by throwing, crazy punches here.
If anything, just wear down that guard by Ferreira. Even if you're landing shots off the forearms, eventually those arms will drop if he continues to land them. I think that's Ramirez's strategy here. He knows roughly how much time he's got left.
Yeah, he's not defending. His hands are up. His head's turned away. He's going to stop this fight.
Yeah, this might not last much longer. He's landed consecutive right hands, and that is it. Good call by Scott Ream. That is it. Vincent Ramirez with the victory. Round number 2 in his professional debut, fighting out of Springfield. A nice backflip to celebrate for the fans. And a good fight and a really good strategy, Scotty, I think. And more importantly, nice composure by Kidd in his pro debut. Like you said, he didn't get out of control when he had him on the ground. He just took his time, and eventually Ferreira could not defend himself, and that was it.